Hello and welcome back to somebody on the Football Zone and to a weekend review and recapping the Premier League action. Starting off with Arsenal 1, Brighton 1. It was Kai Havertz in the 38th minute who gave Arsenal the lead and it looked like they'd hold it out, but Declan Rice in the 49th minute had a second bookable offence, really harsh yellow card I have to say. And it ultimately cost them. João Pedro in the 58th minute equalising, and in the end it's probably a draw as fair result. Brighton pushing for the win, but I'd say draw as fair result. But for Arsenal, harsh yellow card really could cost them, and that's a frustrating way to drop points. Moving on into Forest 1, Wolves 1 at the City Ground. Chris Wood giving Forest lead in the 10th minute before Wolves equalised just minutes after that. And another game which was probably quite even. If one side chased it was probably the home side, but in the end not a lot in it, and the draw probably a fair result. I think both of these sides have had probably ups and downs starts of the season. Wolves probably disappointed with this start of the season. Forest, not bad. But I think good way for Wolves to bounce back from that Chelsea drubbing last week. Leicester were defeated 2-1 home by Aston Villa. It was Onana and Duran with the goals for them. Bonnet in the 73rd minute pulled one back, and in the end they tried to get a result, Leicester, but in the end couldn't do it. I think Villa closed out for a deserved win. I think another probably good start to the season for Villa. They're looking in a good position, so I think they'll be pleased with that. Good start for the season for them. I think Leicester though can take heart. They've had some tough opponents, and I think they showed some decent performances so far. Ipswich picked up their first Premier League point in God knows how long, drawing 1-1 with Fulham. Delap in the 15th minute gave them the lead before Traore in the 32nd minute levelled the score to make it 1-1. In the end, quite a close game, an evenly matched game. I think the draw was probably the fair result. Not a lot to separate the two sides. It seems to be a common theme throughout this game week, really. Not a lot to separate the two sides. I think, Ipswich please get their first point in the mark. Would love to win, but I think, like I say, a draw probably a fair result. Fulham probably feels similar. Moving on into an extraordinary collapse at Goodison Park. Everton 2-0 up, 50th and 57th minute. In the 87th minute, when Semenyo scored, Cook scored. Bournemouth really pushed for a winner then. A few good saves, and in the end, it was Sinistera, 96th minute, absolute chaos. With a winner. What a collapse by Everton. So many problems in that club, I think, really coming to the surface here. For Bournemouth, quite extraordinary turnaround. In the end, you'd have to say they deserved it, but serious questions have to be asked of Everton here. But moving on to a more simple win, Brentford 3, Southampton 1. Southampton really struggling on their return to the Premier League. Suicidal football, I think it's fair to say, being played by Russell Martin's band, and you feel like they do have to change their system, realistically, if they want a chance of being in the Premier League next year, because at the moment it's a bit like Burnley last year. But a solid win for Brentford here. And Bruno with 2, Wisa with the other, and Seguara got a goal for Southampton in stoppage time, but counted for very little in the end. A good solid win for Brentford. Man City cast aside West Ham 3-1. Haaland opener scoring, Diaz own goal 10 minutes later made it 1-1, but 10 minutes after that it was Haaland who made it 2-1, and then Haaland, that man again with his hat-trick in the 83rd minute to seal the win for Manchester City. Really dominant performance for City here. They're looking scarily good, really picked up from where they left off. Haaland the main man on it, so they're looking good. West Ham, not really at the races here, struggling a bit, but obviously Man City, judged them against worse opponents, I'd say. Newcastle 2, Tottenham 1 was the score at St James's Park, and it was Harvey Barnes in the 37th minute who gave Newcastle the lead. Dan Burn in the 56th minute equalised and made it 1-1, and Isak in the 78th minute made it 2-1 to the tune. I think Tottenham will be wondering how they didn't come away with anything from this result, because they played well here, created some decent chances, but in the end couldn't finish them off. Newcastle more clinical and got their reward. Big result for Newcastle after a pretty tough start to the season. They'll be pleased with that. Moving on into Chelsea 1, Palace 1, and it was Jackson in the 25th minute who gave Chelsea the lead before Eze in the 53rd minute made it 1-1. This was an interesting game. I think Chelsea will be disappointed not to win. They had so many chances to win, and in the end really could have won, and maybe should have won. So it's an interesting one, but I think Chelsea, just need to find that consistency. For Palace, first points of the season, they'll be pleased with that. And finally, moving on to Manchester United against Liverpool, and Liverpool really impressive start under Arne Slot. Thrust aside Man United here. 2 goals for Diaz, 1 goal for Salah. Also had a goal as well for Alexander-Arnold as well. So they absolutely battered United here, they really taught a lesson. The pressure is going to go on Ten Hag because United at the moment just look miles off it, but Liverpool, seamless transition from Klopp to Slot, and at the moment they look really, really strong, and that'll be worrying signs for the rest of the league, because they're only going to get better from here, you would suspect.
Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.